Students, in this video we are going to learn exercise 9.5 continuity. Okay, so let us see what is meant by continuity. Continuity is a word related to function. First, let us see what is meant by function. Function is nothing but the relation used to draw a graph. Okay, so you can think of either a graph as a curve like this. Okay, so let us see here. We have, for example, 1 is a point. So from the left hand side up to 1, the curve is going to be like this, and after 1 the curve is again going to be like this. Okay, so when you will say this curve is a continuous or not, we can prove this condition only by using limit. Okay, so limit here, the left hand limit value from the left hand side up to 1 should be equal to the right hand limit which starts from 1 up to infinity. When these two limit values, left hand limit and right hand limit, are both equal, we say this function, or otherwise this curve, is a continuous function. Clear about the general topic? Now let us see what are the conditions for a function to be continuous. First condition is the given function f of x should be a well-defined. A well-defined means you should be able to find out the answer. You should not get infinity at any case. So f of x, first thing, f of x should be a well-defined function. Second, limit x tends to x naught, f of x should exist. Okay, for example, I have given here x naught. உங்களுக்கு வேணும்னா நீங்க எந்த values இருந்தாலும் you can take it. Limit x tends to x naught, f of x should exist. So எப்படி exist find out பண்ணனும்னா your left hand limit should be equal to right hand limit. உங்களுக்கு ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? Left hand limit means limit x tends to for example 2 minus f of x should be equal to limit x tends to 2 power plus f of x. Both the answers should be equal. Then only you can say limit of the function exists. This is the second condition. Third condition, this limit value, limit x tends to x naught f of x, should be equal to f at x naught. Clear? So these are the three conditions for any function to be a continuous. I just repeat again. First condition, f of x should be a well-defined curve. Second, limit value should exist. How you can prove exist means left hand limit to right hand limit answer ரெண்டுமே same வரணும். Third point, limit value whatever you got from the second condition should be equal to f at x naught. அதாவது நீங்க x naught value, for example 2 questionல substitute பண்ணனும். That answer and your limit answer should be same. Okay, so this is your condition for continuous function. Now we are going to see the examples in the continuous function one by one. This is very important. It will be useful for your exercise problem. Okay, first example, any constant function is a continuous. Constant function means, for example, f of x is equal to 5 means function, given function is a constant. So this is continuous at any point. This is your first example. Second example, all the power functions are continuous at all the points. Power function means you can take, for example, f of x is equal to x power 5, x power n, like this. All these are power functions which are continuous at all the points. Third point, polynomial functions. You know what is meant by polynomial. Polynomial, it will have more than 2 terms. So polynomial function are continuous at all the points. So for example, I am taking f of x is equal to x square plus 2x plus 3. இது ஒரு polynomial கரெக்டா? So polynomial function எல்லாமே continuous தான். அந்த curve வந்து continuous graph இருக்கும். Fourth point. Let us see the fourth point now. Quotient function. Quotient means the rational form. Quotient polynomial are also continuous. If you want to see some example, f of x is equal to x square plus 9 by x square plus 4. So இந்த மாதிரி fraction formula வந்தாலும் quotient polynomial, the function is also continuous. This is your fourth example. Now let us see the fifth example. We are calling the sin x, tan x, cos x and cosecant x, secant x, cot x. All these to be circular functions. Why we are calling all these circular functions means they have a particular period time to have the second repetition. So இந்த மாதிரி questions வந்தாலும் f of x equal to அப்படின்னு போட்டு sin x o cos x o இந்த மாதிரி எந்த term வந்தாலும் they are called circular functions and all the circular functions are continuous. Clear? Next thing, power nth root, that is f of x is equal to x power 1 by n. Nth root functions are also continuous. Seventh one, reciprocal function. For example, let us take f of x is equal to 1 by x square like this. When the given function is a reciprocal function, it will be continuous except at x equal to 0. Why we are mentioning except at x equal to 0 means if you put here 0, that will become infinity. Now first I சொன்ன continuous இருக்கணும்னா f of x should be defined, right? So defined இருக்கணும்னா நீங்க எந்த value omit பண்ணணும்? You should omit x is equal to 0. Let us see eighth point, greatest integer function. All the greatest integer function, let us check is it continuous or discontinuous. Another name for greatest integer function is floor function. How will you express greatest integer function means by using the symbol like the floor of x. Okay, so see the definition. Greatest integer function means you have to choose the greatest value among the values less than or equal to x. Okay, so this is the definition. Let's see with an example. Example, f of x is equal to flooring function of x at x is equal to 0. We are going to check in the limit. So when we want to check with the limit, I am starting with left hand limit. Limit x tends to 0 power minus f of x. F of x value is flooring function of x. While substituting 0 in the place of x, flooring of 0. What does it mean means, see here in the real line, 0 is there. Since we are dealing with left hand limit, we have to see the 0 approaches, the value approaches from the left hand side towards 0. So I have marked from this to here, limit. Among these values, which is greatest value? It is only minus 1. So your answer is minus 1. Okay. Now let us see the right hand limit. Limit x tends to 0 power plus f of x. Limit x tends to 0 power plus f of x. What is f of x? Flooring of x. Limit. When we substitute the 0 in the place of x, we will get flooring of 0. Since we are dealing right hand limit, see here in the real line, you have to check in the right hand side of the 0. Now see here, among this, which is the lesser than or equal to? I told you. First நீங்க என்ன பண்ணணும்? Less than இல்லனா equal to value choose பண்ணணும். Then only you have to select greatest number. Correct? So இதுல பாருங்க, right hand limit பார்க்கும்போது 0வை விட lesser Is there any number? No. So lesser number இல்லைன்னு சொல்லும்போது you have to go for equal to x. Equal to x means here 0 itself. So இருக்கிற ஆப்ஷனே 0 மட்டும்தான். இதில் greatest number பார்த்தாலும் 0 மட்டும்தான். So your answer is 0. Now see, left hand limit answer is -1. Right hand limit answer is 0. Left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. Therefore, greatest integer function is discontinuous at x is equal to 0. Clear? We have to give some example for each. So I am explaining. Now let us see the ninth one. Modulus function. So usually we will represent modulus function in the form of modulus of x. It has a expanded meaning. Let us see what is that. Modulus x can be splitted as minus x when x is less than 0, equal to 0 when x is equal to 0, and positive x when x is greater than 0. All the modulus function are continuous in all over every point in a real line. So modulus function is continuous. Next example, exponential function. Exponential function, if I want to have the example, e power x, e power 2x, e power minus 9x, everything in whatever way, every exponential function is continuous in all the points of real number. Next example is a logarithmic function. So logarithmic function, again you can take some example, f of x equal to log x or log x the whole square. Everything is continuous in the limit from 0 to infinity. Why I have not mentioned the real line means log cannot take negative value. So it will be continuous only in the positive values from 0 to infinity. So these are the examples you should keep in mind before getting to the exercise.